Hi everyone, welcome to my Skyrim character customization tutorial. Today I'm going to run through the races. So there are 10 different races in Skyrim, and as you can see here, when you start the game you actually have to choose your character after the gods ask you who are you. So from previous Skyrims, it's different because you just choose your race and you don't have to choose so many options. So basically you can customize your races here. As you can see, Argonian, Breton, and whatever not. So I'm just going to run through the races here. All types of races are different and they live in the different regions of Tamriel. Each race have different abilities and stats. So I'm just going to run through the stats. So the base value for all skills is 15, and a character with plus 10 armor, heavy armor let's say, would start a game with 25. So that is added 15, as you know, if plus 10, 15, 25, basic math. So each character starts with 2 spells. One is a flame, a gout of fire that does 8 points per second. Targets on fire take extra damage. And they also have another spell, preloaded, healing, which heals the caster 10 points per second. So let's start off with Argonian. So if you can see here, Argonian's like a lizard type of species. They have hiss skin. They invoke the power of the hiss to recover health 10 times faster for 60 seconds. They also resist disease. Their blood is 50% resistant to disease. They also can breathe underwater, such that the lungs can breathe underwater. Moving on to the Breton, the second race in the customization tutorial, is Bretons have a dragon skin, such that they can absorb 50% magicka from hostile spells for 60 seconds, and the blood can grant a 25% resistance to magic. The third one is the dark elf, known as the Dunmer. Also, the Dunmer has Ancestor's Wrath, and for 60 seconds, opponents that can get too close take 8 points per second of fire damage. They also can resist fire. Your Dunmer blood gives you 50% resistance to fire. Next is the High Elf, known as the Altmer. I usually use the Altmer because I usually do magic. I like to do magic, so I use Altmer. It depends on your opinion, which race do you do, but this is basically the stats. We can't call races specs. So the High Elf is the Highborn. They can regenerate magic faster for 60 seconds, and their High Elves are born with 50 extra magicka. Well, that's the currency. Next is the Imperial. The Imperial is the voice of the Emperor. It calms nearby people for 60 seconds and has Imperial luck. Anywhere gold coins might be found, Imperials always seem to find a few more. So if you would like to find more gold, to find more currency, you would definitely need this type of race. Next is the Khajiit. They have night eye, so they have improved night vision for 60 seconds. As you can see, it's cat. So yeah. They also have claws, which do 15 points of damage. Next is the Nord. The Nord has a battle cry and targets flee for 30 seconds. They also can resist frost, which means the blood gives you 50% resistance to frost or cold. Next is the Orc, or the Orcs Orsimer. It's a beserker rage. You take half damage and do double damage for 60 seconds. So it's I can say it's deadly. Okay, the 9th race of Skyrim is the Red Guard. The Red Guard gives you an adrenaline rush. Stamina regenerates 10 times faster for 60 seconds, and you can resist poison. It gives you 50% resistance to poison. And the last race I'm going to explain is the Wood Elf. The Wood Elf has a command animal. It makes an animal an ally for 60 seconds. So basically you can command any animal of your choice. And you can resist. Your blood gives you resistance, 50% resistance to poison and disease. So basically this is it. And every character starts with the 2 spells, but then Bretons, if I scroll up, Bretons also start with Conjure Familiar, which summons a familiar for 60 seconds wherever the casting is possible. So here is a Breton. A Dunmer, which is basically a dark elf. A Dunmer can start have sparks that does 8 points of shock damage to health and magicka per second. The Ultima, which is the high elf, they have fury, which are creatures and people up to level 6 will attack anything nearby for 30 seconds. So that's basically the stats on all of the races. So what are the extra abilities each races have? So the Argonians have 25 in lockpicking, 20 in alteration, light armor, pickpocket, and restoration and sneak. So basically Argonians are really good at lockpicking. The second is the Breton with stat 25 at conjuration, 20 in alchemy, alteration, illusion, restoration, and speech. Dark elves start with 25 in destruction, 20 in alchemy, alteration, illusion, light armor, and sneak. The high elves start with 25 in illusion, 20 in alteration, conjuration, destruction, enchanting, and restoration. And as I said earlier, I used the Ultima, the high elves, and 25 in illusion. So the next is the Imperial. They have 25 in restoration, 20 in block, destruction, enchanting, heavy armor, and one-handed. The Khajiit start with 25 in sneak, 20 in alchemy, archery, lockpicking, pickpocket, and one-handed. So the Khajiit are really good at pickpocketing and basically stealing. That's basically it. And they are 25 in two-handed, 20 in block, light armor, one-handed, smithing, and speech. The Orcs are basically more armor, more first-person combat. So the Orcs start with 25 in heavy armor such that they can protect themselves, 20 in block, enchanting, one-handed, smithing, and two-handed. Next, the Red Guards start with 25 in one-handed, 20 in alteration, archery, block, destruction, and smithing. And the last of all, the Wood Elf, it starts with 25 in archery, 20 in alchemy, light armor, lockpicking, pickpocket, and sneak. So basically, this is it. You can actually customize your character wherever you like in Skyrim. Very customizable. As I scroll down through, those people who want who let's say want close combat armor would prefer the Orc because it's very strong in heavy armor. Those in Khajiit are really more sneaky. Those people who steal are more sneaky, use Khajiit. And for me, I use the Ultima High Elf because I like to dwell in magic. So basically, different races have different abilities, different customizations, and different quests. Basically in Skyrim you have different quests, side quests also, such that every character is different from each other. Thank you for watching. This come to my end of the character customization tutorial. It's up to your opinion on what you want to decide and how you want to play the game. So this is Skyrim The Elder Scrolls 5. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button above for more Skyrim and other stuff, and thanks for watching.